Hello, 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 hello. Good morning. Probably evening. Good evening. Briab, briab, briab. Hello, Shinen. How's your week? What's on the menu today? We have some interesting stuff for this week. Well, I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes. But now you need to watch this ads. Well, I post the uni work. It's already completed, but like sad news is I've sent to my professor and I got no reaction whatsoever. he read the message, but like he did not reply or anything. So I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna get cooked or not. We'll see. We'll have our final presentation on, I guess, 21st of this month. We'll see. It's either I got cooked or I survived, and that's pretty much it. Because I don't really have any time to fix anything after this, because, well, it's only 1 week left. I cannot think of a way for me to just fix anything in that time frame. We'll see. Right, the ad's ended. So here's the work. Well, it's pretty much the same like the last one. However, this one is a little more smooth. I managed to kinda make the in-between a little better. I spent more time working on it. But for tonight's stream, we are going to work on the hair. And probably on this cut too, if I am lucky. For now, we're going to focus on this first. I'll hit play. So it pretty much is on 3. Almost all of them is on 3. And there are no loops at all. These are all just going to be like new frames per... I mean, they're not going to have any loops. That's what I'm planning. I want to aim for a little more realistic type of movement. So it's going to be a tremendous amount of work, but with around 1 week of work, 1 week of production time, I think I can make it somehow. If all ads were this visually good. Yeah. I mean, I've seen some cool ads too, but that rarely happens. It's not that often we see some good ads. And to be honest, I cannot really call it an ad, right? Because I don't promote anything. I did not sell any products. So I don't really know what it's made for. So also, this is the backgrounds that I worked on. Human is just for a scale reference. Actually, you don't really need to pay attention to this. So for the backgrounds, I did some studies on the shaders. So this waterfall was made by using a Blender shader. I think I will enhance the effects more in After Effects. Probably I'll add some kind of like a fractal noise or maybe some particles to make it a little more believable. Right now it just looks like a video game type of waterfalls. Still got some stuff to work on for this. I don't think I'm going to show the entire thing as well. Probably going to crop in a little more, because this is way too wide. A little too much. But we'll see. For now, I'm going to work on the animation first, because this is the most time-consuming process. So let's continue on this frame. สวัสดีครับเชฟสวัสดีครับผมสวัสดีอรุณสวัสดิ์ how the flow. Okay, so it's here. So it's going to flow on the right side. Hair is something really confusing to me. Like, even though I've drawn it for quite some time, it's still so confusing. Because like it can twist in like a 3-dimension. So it's really hard for you to like kind of imagine how it's going to look. I mean, making hair flow, it's kind of easy, but making it believable is what makes it hard. Guess I need to twist this a little bit. Busy grinding Houdini this week. Was productive, I would say. Other than that, busy learning new software and watching anime companies HP because they are hiring. Ah, I see. What is HP though? I have no idea what that means. Horsepower? That doesn't sound right.สัปดาห์นี้เป็นสัปดาห์ที่คนไทยเศร้านะสงครามนะทำให้ตอนนี้เท่าที่ผมอ่านข่าวคือค่าน้ำมันค่อนข้างน่าจะขึ้นวันจันทร์นี้ไหมแต่เท่าที่ผมเห็นคือเขาเริ่มปิดป้ายว่าน้ำมันหมดแล้วนะแหมเรียนจบปุ๊บสงครามโลกเลยเรียบร้อยนะครับรุ่นฝากด้วยนะรุ่นถัดไปกูแม่งยิงปืนปิ้วๆนะไม่นะแล้วผมเรียนรอดอโอ้ชิตผมอยู่กลางไม่รู้อยู่กลางเมืองเกี่ยวไหมไม่น่าเกี่ยวแม่งขึ้นอยู่ว่าใครมันบุกตรงไหนนะ home page I see try simulating fur in Blender and take reference I would say that should work, but like I have no idea. Like I said, I have no idea how to do like modeling and stuff. Probably in the future. But now we're going to stick to, you know, the traditional ways of pain and suffering. It kind of like draw random lines into it. Kind of works. If it doesn't, then you just delete it. This hair group is a little confusing. How should I make it? Okay, so it already flows up. It goes down. Yeah, so it should close the face. Should be closed. It should not go up again. More like that. Because her head is turning too. So you won't really see this side as prominent anymore. Hello เรามีพลังงานสำรองที่แพงกว่าพลังงานหลัก Yes. How's your week? I've been doing okay. Well, actually I've been working on this for quite some time. A little tiring. It's a bunch of headaches too. At least make this 3D is a bunch of headaches for me. It's a little hard. Especially the water thing, the water shader thing is way too complicated for me. But I guess it's going to get better day by day, I think. For now, it's still confusing, but it's getting better. I guess in my next attempt, it's going to be much quicker. Because I starting to understand how shader stuff works now. Like it works similar to how you would create a visual effects in After Effects, it seems. It's just like it's in an actual 3D forms, and you need to use a node-based plugins to create that. A little confusing, but I think I will manage. Oh man, remember to take enough rest. Yeah, I do. But for the past 1 or 2 days, I've slept like 5 a.m. It's a little rough, so I dialed it down a little bit. Slept like 2 a.m.s. Feel much better. Oh, I forgot. I forgot to post my uni work on YouTube. Am I? Yep, I did. I forgot. Yeah, maybe tomorrow. I forgot to post it. I planned to post that yesterday. Oh, too late now. Okay, I have to twist this a little bit. Somewhere like that. Okay. I'm gonna forget tomorrow's too. Probably. I like nodes. I'm better making use of nodes. Well, A is the exceptions. I think A... Oh my god, holy voice crack. I think AE is kind of like what I used to do. Like, it's layer based, right? So it's up to down. You put FX up here, and it's going to run this one first, and then it's going to, like, goes in sequence. So this one is more familiar to me, because, like, in how you would draw stuff, it's, like, in actual layers. However, in node-based, you can just kind of like connect stuff around. You can like even twist it backwards, somewhat like that. I mean, no one would do that. It's like a really bad way to like arrange your nodes. but I did this as well. Like you make these abominations of like arranging the nodes. But node is a little... I think node is better, right? Because you can make more complex stuff with nodes. I need to learn more about that too. So it's here, it flicks here, and then it's going to flick up. And then here, 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 it's going to flick here. Like this big line is not really an issue because yeah, this one is quite easy. These two big strand of hair is quite easy. The bang is really hard though. Boop, boop, boop. So I'm gonna follow this, and it's going to goes right here. This one is gonna go here. It doesn't take that much effort to imagine this one. Okay, see you, man. When using those, you use mats too. Spicy brainstorming. Oh right, you did use mat, right? You do use a lot of operations with mat stuff. Ah, I hate that. Don't really like it. Art is mats. Bunch of formulas. It is. Okay. Like that. Okay. I'm using 101% of my brain now. And I still have no idea how do you do this. Like, to be honest, I don't really like to do this looping, not looping, like this hair animations. Do they call it nabiki? In Japanese. Nabigi. It's like a flowing movement. I hate it, and since I hate it, I need to do it a lot. So I can stop hating it in the future, because I'm good at it now. Node has better controls over layers. Once you learn nodes, you would think A is lagging. That sounds interesting. Because, to be honest, if I can create a lot of effects with Blender, well, I will reduce the, reliance on After Effects a little more. I don't really want to pay that much, to be honest. But I guess you cannot escape from Adobe system if you want to become a compositor, that is. You can probably comp in Blender though, just not as detailed. But I mean, I think it's possible. Okay. Boop, boop. Okay. Nabigi is still fine. Once you are asked to draw a transformation on morphing, you cry out of trauma. Yeah, that's hard. I mean, generally, I think animation is hard. Especially in like 2D stuff. I've never been good at it though. I've tried, but like, nah, it's just not my thing. But I still do it because I think it's going to, make the entire project much better. Actually, on my second semester work, I did not think I would spend that much time in animation at all. At first, it's not going to be something like that. It's going to be much simpler. The animation is going to be like, I guess, lacking from like the first plan of my project. It's not going to be like that. I still think it's lacking, but like the first time that I envision how the project is going to be, the entire animation is going to be much worse. And then I realized that, well, if I cannot really do a good job in animation, or at least a decent job, the compositing won't really save anything. It's going to be like One Punch Man situations. The holy slides. It's going to be something like that. And I don't really want to have that kind of like goofiness. So I decided to put some more efforts into animation. There are a lot of roadblocks during the production. It's mostly just how much of like a workload that is, and I just kind of like underestimate that. I thought like, nah, it's not going to be that hard. You just do it day by day. It's going to be done in no time. Oh boy, I was so wrong. That aged poorly. Because like, I spent 10 days just for one single cut, and then I thought to myself, I am cooked. If I cannot get my shit together, I cannot finish this project on time. Not at all. So I decided to lock in and then like just marathon the shit out of it. It's almost not finished. You know, in another multiverse, you might see my animation in like a One Punch Man frames, sliding together, sliding left and right. And that's not going to be cool, isn't it? Okay, let's see this in real frames. Okay. Then since the hair's already flow on the right, it's going to go back to the left. Something like this. The trio can't mess up. Animation backgrounds are compositing. According to most anime professor, the color is the god of animation. Even if all is good, but the color is cool. But the color it is cool. Yeah. Like, you cannot really fail that free aspect, I do agree. I mean, you can leave something away. For me, I left sound designs and the songs, mostly the music. It's just like, you know, I just drag from like free websites, and then just, it's not entirely free, but like, I don't take any profit, so and I also put some credits in. But like, I just pray, because I have no idea how do you like do the sound part. I mean, the best thing is I should get some help, but like, nah, I decided to do it on my own, just to see how much I've come. It's still not great, but like, I managed to make it a little better compared to my second year work, which is a little more goofy. Wait, what? Wrong layer. Oh no, wrong color. I see. I have no idea that they have names for this too. Interesting. Saiseke Hiroshite is the only that one director has to bow to. I see. Is this the name or like the position? Is it like the name of a people?คนไทยเข้ามาคนไทยก็จะอ้าวตีมอะไรวะนี่เขาก็จะงงคนไทยแม่งก็จะงงไม่ต้องงงท่องเราไม่ได้เปลี่ยนไปแล้วท่องสากลท่องเรากลายเป็นท่องสากลโลกเรียบร้อยไม่ต้องห่วง คนไทยแม่งมีงงแม่งเปิดคลิปมาไอ้เฮียโทรีอาร์ตเวิร์กพูดภาษาอังกฤษเชี่ยอะไรเนี่ย and it's going to return. It's not actually return, it's going to flip up like this. So far I like to draw this line, not this one. I like this line. This line is more fun. It's like a little more dynamic stuff. This one is like kind of like left and right. It's a little hard to do for me. Oh, it's the name of the role, I see. I never heard of this role before. This is interesting. Because people mostly talk about, like, you know, animation directors, art directors, never these people. This is interesting. Kind of works. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, this one is overextend, I think. Hold on. There we go. Push the hair here, with this here, delete this one. We still need to draw this bad hair too. Do it later once we finish this bang. Okay, let's hit play. I should have never do this kind of stuff, like slow motion stuff. Not actually slow motion, it's like, I want the body to move in slow motion, but like the hair to move in like how it normally would do. I tried to mimic how Jujutsu Kaisen opening 2 was made. Who made it? I forgot his name again. I don't remember. Someone, but it was really iconic, so I want to try to take some inspiration from that. Boop. Perks of living in Japan, you can gather and learn infos. That's cool. This, twist it here. Hold on. How should I twist that? Boop, boop, boop. It's not really correct because this one has to like extend a little more. Shingo. Yes. That person. His style is really iconic. And I've seen some waves of like there are a lot of animation that starts to have this kind of style. I'm not really sure if it's like all of his work or there are some kind of like some inspirations or reference from him. Like at some certain point there are a lot of like openings or maybe some like PVs and stuff that use his style. It's probably his work, I have no idea. But like the thing that I am focusing on is how he animates not his. I don't know if it's his animation or not, but like how he directs the animation is really cool. Like the character is moving in slow motion, but like the clothes and the hair flows nicely. What I'm trying to achieve. I'm just like copy machines. I have no idea about why or how did he came up with this aesthetic. Just learn from the master. Don't think too much. Okay, so this here. Okay, yep, it should flow outwards. And then it's going to flow back. Yeah, somewhat like that. For slow motion animation, theoretically it's supposed to be drawn in full comas, or it will definitely be a retake from the director. What do you mean by that? Full comma? Is that like animation notations? I have no idea about that. Sadly, nobody gets it outside the animator circle. It's probably really a niche stuff, I think. Like Naruto versus Pain. I also think it's a really cool piece of animations. Just a little wonky in like a current day and age where, you know, the face of our part has to be really fancy. You need to have a really beautiful face. Because if you kind of go overboard and like do a really expressive face like how Pain versus Naruto is, then people are going to ridicule the work, even though like it's such a master class of, you know, facial, and then it's like the overall animations. I think it's a facial animations, right? But in this day and age, I'm like, nah. I'm not really sure if back then people like it or not too. I have no clue. But if you show it for most people today, they're going to laugh. I think it's way too extreme. I think it's like have you seen the recent episode of Free Run, like the Yutapong cut? I mean, I've seen a lot of people talking about how fast-paced the entire animation is and how chaotic the sequence was. I mean, for me, I like it. But I went online, especially on Twitter of all places, and people are complaining for some unknown reasons. I mean, it looks fine. Yeah, it's maybe too fast, but like I can kind of follow it because the action was meant to be fast, isn't it? It's a really intense and fast fight. But I don't know. I also kind of like how they switch the animations, like not animations, sorry, like the compositing of the Stark before he land like you know, his finishing blows to the demon. Like the compositing shift, it's more details, like it's way too details from Free Run. A lot of gradients, a lot of like ambient occlusions, glow, that kind of stuff. Which is a really good use of like over compositing for me. Like you put a lot of stuff to emphasize that this is going to be his final moves, which is a cool idea, which I've never tried because I would treat all cuts like it's an actual final sequence. Like most of the cuts, if not all, I think all of my work would be like that, of like high contrast, a lot of techniques put in. No simplifications whatsoever. There are a lot of stuff going on, and that also make my work tends to be, there are no key moments, right? Most of them looks the same, and that's, I think it's what I'm lacking too, of like I don't let my work kind of like build itself. I force it to be like the most complicated, the most beautiful stuff. And therefore, I traded the climax, because I'm pretty sure that I rewatched my university project for quite some time, and I fail to see which one is the climax. Because everything looks the same to me. And I think that's the probably one of the big reasons, not big problems of my work. There are no climax, which I will fix in the later work. Did I just spoil you? I'm sorry, I didn't know. My bad. Complaining comes from asses. They stop on smear or in betweens and go like, oh my god, it's so bad. That's true. Obviously. I mean, you need to understand a little bit, right? Because not all people understand about animation stuff. So they treat every single frames as like one single drawings, and they don't look at like entire sequence. They treat only one drawing, and then they just like do screenshots of that and then post online. Holy shit, this looks so ass. And people go crazy about that. I mean, if you are a person working on that, how would you feel? I'm really curious. Because like we have always seen the reaction from, you know, people, from like viewers, but we have never seen any reactions from, you know, the actual creator, it's himself or themselves. Do they need to care though, right? Because their job is to create. They should listen to the critics, but like most of the critics are just like, it's not really that insightful, most of them. So I don't really know. In case for Naruto versus Pain. Yeah, a little sad. I also I watched someone make a video about that. Like, isn't the director got like kicked out? I'm not really sure if he got kicked out or he got like, you know, I guess kick out is the word, right? From like the production. I've heard that he's it's much harder for him to land a job in animation industry nowadays because of that Pain versus Naruto. They get a little ambitious with that. That is because they do not understand motions. They need to read manga instead of watching animes. I mean, if you want to get like a frame perfect stuff, watch Blue Lock, like the season 2, the best and the greatest animations ever made. The top of the hill, the holy of the peak. You know, we got the PowerPoint transition. We also got random ass particle flying around in the open field where there should not be any type of like particles, but we still have that. And if you make a screenshot of that, it's going to be frame perfect because it had only 1 frames. I guess you cannot really refer to Blue Locks because nowadays, like in this era, we have like One Punch Man, right? I mean, if there are no One Punch Mans, not ours, there is One Punch Man, I think Blue Lock is going to take the throne of the best and the greatest PowerPoint ever made. And I mean, I do get the joke though. I'm going to be a little personal here. I do get the joke of like people like comparing my work to One Punch Man stuff. But do you realize how much potential they have compared to me? Like if they have enough time, enough budget, enough talent at hand, they could they will make a better work compared to me. Which I don't really know why people are complaining or not comparing me to that. I'm not an entire studio, obviously. I do have limits, and I did not excel in all of the aspects. There are some certain areas where I'm lacking, especially in animations. I don't think my animation is good, to be honest. Like compared to my peers, compared to other people online, I don't think my work is that cool. I'm just a little better in finishing, in like, compositing and stuff, because I spend a lot of time studying and doing a lot of experiments. Like in other aspects, I'm kind of mid, to be honest. What I'm afraid of was like people make way too much joke about that, and then the studio itself kind of hates me. And when the time comes where I need to find a job in Japanese studio, it's going to be a disaster for me because they're going to remember that, hey, you are the guy that makes our studio like, you know, in a bad picture, so they won't accept my portfolios and stuff. I'm a little afraid of that, but that's going to be in the future. I don't think people are going to remember. I just don't really want to take the joke way too far. I'm afraid of the consequence a little bit. Critics shouldn't come from a bystander. Oh, that's true. It should come from people in the industry itself. That's good advice. The holy lock. Fuck yeah, the frame lock. It sucks to be on the receiving side of the slander, to be honest. Feel bad for bot, opium, and blue lock workers, or rather artists. True. I mean, imagine if we work in that kind of situation. It's going to be, you know, each week that you work on like the new episode is going to be fucking depressing. I really cannot imagine how sad it would be. I'm trying to think of the word. Like how sad it would be to be in the studio and working on something that you know that people are going to laugh at it. It's going to be really, really sad. Or rather, they probably just kind of like suck it up and they don't care anymore. I'm not really sure. But one thing that I'm sure is the environment is not going to be as pretty. It's going to be really depressing. I'm pretty sure of that. Because it even has like a composing error. Like I've seen the error of like Aiku, I think. Like his lip has disappeared. That should not happen. I do understand that they do like rearrange the frames like in compositing stage, but if that mistake happens, it means that even the compositor doesn't have enough time to comp the goddamn work. It's fucking chaos. I'm pretty sure of that, because that mistake should not happen, but it did anyways. Fucking depressing. Jesus. And I'm not really sure if this season is going to have that kind of disaster. Like the last season we have One Punch Man. We're not really sure like for this year, are we going to get like another One Punch Man or not? Like we probably will get like a second part, but like I'm referring to like the anime of like that type of quality. Holy, it's gonna be really sad. They actually remembers. Jesus. Well, fuck me. I'm going to get taboo for my entire career then. You can always make your stream private. They will not find it low. I mean, I don't really mind. I mean, I do talk about this quite often. I doubt that they're going to check the stream. I really, really doubt that. Because if they will, then... Holy, why would they do it? I still have no... I don't think they have any reasons to check any of my work, to be honest. So I kind of doubt that. But maybe when I have a little more, you know, viewers, then I might need to kind of like, you know, private this stream. I wouldn't be able to do this. I could do this since I lack EXP, but it would have been a honest work. And ass work, but still. I mean, we all make ass work sometimes. Especially when you are starting out. I mean, I do have a lot of ass work. Like, holy notifications, hold on. Wait, let me turn that off. Sorry. Do have a lot of ass work, like, earlier in my, you know, days as a compositor. I mean, if you just scroll down, like on my Twitter page, if you just scroll down, like the first stuff that I did with like a character compositing was so ass. It was so ass. Like I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I mean, I had some fun. I had fun doing it, but like looking back and then like, you know, kind of watch how I do stuff, I'm going to cry. Oh, you cannot really draw this strand like this. Hold on. It's gonna be tough. Random movement is really hard. Because like with loop, you can kind of cheat your way to the top, but with random movement, you cannot really. I mean, you can just randomly add lines, but like, if you do it, then the overall fluidity is going to be non-existent. So you need to think of how it's going to flow. I mean, I should not do this right. I'm doing it like this straight ahead. I should at least plan it out. You know, I have no idea how do you plan it out. Because the movement is chaotic. How the fuck do you plan out a chaotic move? You probably can, but like, I'm not good enough to do that, so straight ahead it is. I guess I'm going to flick the hair up so you can kind of see. Yeah, somewhat like this. A little too much. So Twitter is blocking your country. Ah, man. You know, I'm going to show you, because it's not blocked. I guess, not I guess. I think you can see it on my screen. Let me show you. Look at my first compositing work. Go down. It's even before the colossal chord stuff. Even before this. We go down. I mean, I used to do this. The one thing that I like about my earlier work was this. This one was made entirely on After Effects. If you ask me now, I have no idea how did I do it. I forgot. but it happened. It somehow happened, and I don't remember how it was, but yeah. It's probably like I just stitch a lot of like stuff together. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be much easier if I just open up Blender and stuff. But back then I was kind of rebellious, and I want to like, you know, challenge myself. Yeah, if most people can do it in Blender, why can't I not do it entirely in After Effects? I have that kind of like shitty mindset, and that limits the potential of me a lot. I mean, I'm able to create something cool, but like, I mean, what's the usage of this? Like, there are a lot of like limitations with this. You cannot really twist it way too much, or the entire illusions of like this 3D form kind of disappear. So I have no idea why I did that. It's cool though, I guess. It's even before this. It's a lot of stuff. I've been doing this for quite some time, am I? Nope, not you, not you, not you, no, 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 nope, nope. Oh, it's probably when I use Thai as my captions, I think. This is where I start my compositing journey. This is the work from This is for my second year, this one. You might think that, oh, it looks so cool because it doesn't move. This is like pure PNGs. The amount of PNGs is really sad. Way too much. This is the era when I did not make like entire switch to a animator. I was a mix of like illustrator and compositor. So this is like probably my first ever project that I worked with Animatics. It's a animation production studio in Thailand. Probably my first work. Here's my credits. Not this one, not you, not you. This is my second year work too. I cannot bear to look at this. It's way too cringy for me. I cannot. I'm sorry. Okay, here it is. This probably is the first ever compositing work from me. This one. You can see how shitty it is because like even the drawing is not really that good. Because back then I think I wasn't really good in this kind of like style. Like I was more into like painting and stuff, and this kind of like, you know, single line, doing a lot of line art is not really my thing. So I did not do a very good job. Everything is kind of like glow and stuff. I have no idea what I'm doing, but it was fun. Oh, in some aspect, great things you did in After Effects, surpassing the limitations. Yeah, some things does work, but like it's really limiting. Like when I want to do some kind of like let's say an actual landscape, an actual 3D landscape, this is where I would hit a roadblocks. And this is where I just mostly post my illustration work. How long was this? 2023. It's 3 years ago. Wow, time flies. Jesus Christ, I draw way too much. Like, look at this. This is another era of me where I just look at the details. Look at the lines. I've spent probably 10 hours straight drawing the lines. Like each single lines was hand drawn. I mean, I do remember how painful that was because like my thumb is going to like, it's going to burst out its socket because like constantly putting a pressure on it. This is where I spend way too much time doing one single work. This is so sad. What is that? Ah, a cute blue lock animations. I like blue lock. Even 3 years ago, I really liked blue locks. Nowadays, still like it. The manga is really cool. This is my first post, I see. Really cute. Start with illustration, end up as an animator. Time flies. Okay, continue the work. Do some sightseeing a little bit. My eyes are blessed. Oh, I'm really, really grateful you like it. And the bad thing about nowadays is I kind of forgot how I did a lot of those illustrations. Like, to be honest, I don't even remember how I would go and start the work. Because I haven't do that since 2023. It's kind of fading from me, you know, the memories and stuff. I guess the main reason why I made that kind of switch was I felt that I wasn't growing at all. Like, it's probably just like me reusing the old knowledge over and over and over again, and it's getting way too much to me, and I need something new. So I decided to switch to animation, and I realized it has been like my original passion from the start. Like, not animations, I mean compositing, sorry. Animation is not really my passion, so I don't really like it. But compositing it is what's something I really like. brother may have some oats is that like the pig meme สวัสดีครับนึกว่าดูช่องต่างชาติอยู่คุณจะไปรู้เหรอโอเลียดเวิร์กเขาไม่แล้วล่ะเขา English artwork we the English gang baby I fear no man no this brings a lot of memory to me such a peaceful time you know no 20 frames of drawing just one single drawing is enough no headache in planning the motions peaceful times okay let's see this in motion I add some sound okay it's getting way too fast on the end like the hair is kind of like it's kind of blowing too fast, especially this one. I think it's way too quick. So I'm going to move this a little bit down, somewhat like that. This one also has to twist a little bit, more like that. And this group is way too long. There we go. คนเพิ่งมากันไหมคนมา3 ทุ่มครึ่งไลฟ์มา1 ชั่วโมงคนเพิ่งมา Okay, I mean I don't have any issues with this, so I'm going to continue. Man, it's going to be a disaster when I start doing cleanups because they are 27 drawings in this one single sequence. Oh my days, I'm going to get cooked. There's too much stuff, but people like watching animations. I cannot really do blue lock shit anymore. I cannot do like stills. People don't like stills anymore. People like cool animations, but cool animation takes a lot of time and effort and willpower. Oh, Lord have mercy on me. It's going to be painful. It's going to be a painful week. It's going to be a fuck full of problems. But for the people, I can do it. For my career in the future, I can do it. I'm going to complain a lot, but I'm going to do it nonetheless. Do this. There's a flow here. How's the hair? It should kind of like something like that. And then you blow up, twist up. There we go. Save, hit play. There we go. Sound effects is really important. I wasn't really that much into compositing. I was just aspired to be a 3D CG simulation visual effects artist. That was really mouthful to say, but I do understand. I think I got captivated into the compositing role when I saw Fate, Heaven's Feel, and Demon Slayer. That's also my main inspiration too. Like I think I haven't started compositing when I first saw Demon Slayer, but I got interest on how they do things. Because back then when it was like 2019, the year of the virus and stuff, I watched Demon Slayer and I think you have the same feeling as me. Like you compare this work to other anime during that time and it was really unique, right? The entire production and the entire look of the work is different, and I also really like it. In Thailand, it's such a big buzz when like it first came out. People was really surprised, I think, including me. I like it a lot. And that kind of sparked some ideas into me, but I have no idea what compositing was back then. It's during my second year of my uni is where I discovered After Effects and compositing. And I realized I can do some kind of that stuff that Demon Slayer did with After Effects. So I start experimenting. But back then I have no idea how the techniques was made and stuff. So I have no idea. But it has been something in my mind all the time. Like I want to try it, but I have no idea where to start. Some kind of like that feeling. So no tutorials can help me. The best thing I can do is just like take my time and then just do stuff for fun. And I got a little bit lucky that at first I didn't want to post my work on Twitter because my main platform was Facebook back then. But my how do you say that in English? My older colleague, he told me that I should post my work on Twitter. So I listened to him and then I post, and now we have me today, which is such a crazy run. I've been posting my work on Twitter for like 2 years now, and it has been like incredible years. Who knows that just listen to someone's advice could just turn your life around like this. Really awesome. I am like you. I like glass chromatic blues colors. So we have the same taste. It's gonna be really good if we work together. We're gonna understand each other really well. How do you work that smooth? Hold on. How do you work that smooth, not the animation, but while you're animating? Because when I'm animating, I'm lagging. Even my processor is i5 and with RTX 4050. It is lagging? Is it lagging for you? I mean, it's still lagging for me. Like, it's a little lagging, but like, when I draw the line, it isn't that glitchy. I think it's the file size, I think, because I use this ratio to draw. It's a much smaller ratio, so I think that's why. If you work with like a 4K or some higher stuff, it's going to be much more lagging. But apart from that, I have no idea. I mean, it's still lagging when I did some kind of like playback and stuff, but it's not lagging when I animating or drawing. Oh yeah, makes sense. Yeah, it's true. Like the higher the resolution, the more processing stuff that it's going to take. Boop, boop, boop. This is getting a little confusing, to be honest. You know, I'm just going to do freehands a little bit and just like draw like crazy, sketch some lines. This is what I'm going to use like when I'm hitting some kind of like a roadblocks and I have no idea how should I connect the motion. I just draw really fast, like do shitty random lines. Not all of them, but like for the ones that I am not really sure how should I map out the entire stuff. Just going to draw a lot of random lines, and then I'm going to do some cleanups on that. This is the way I would get everything from my brain out as quickly as possible. Yeah. And now we do some cleanups. Don't really like this. Let's twist this one, I think. Something like that. I'm just making random noise now. Like I'm not really sure what should I say, so I just make random noise. Let's see. Fuck yeah. This one, the last part is a little too fast. I don't think so, because like if we connect the motions and just make it flow this way, I think it's going to make sense. We'll see. Flow this way. Boop, boop, boop. Ah, it's way too much. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so it's going to flip this. This way. Yeah, I try to think of the word. Something like that. Save. Okay, a little better. But I need to pay attention on how hair flows. Boop, boop. But I've heard that the new version of Clip Studio is really good at they did a lot of optimization stuff, isn't it? Like the 5.0 versions. Well, the problem is I paid for like a perpetual license, so I don't get that updates, unfortunately. But I don't really need it. The function seems to be like on the Procreate stuff. Like when you draw the line and you just like hold it, it's going to create some kind of like a curvy shape, which you can adjust and move the points around. Kind of like a smart shape. So from my perspective, it's just like I'm using another another Procreate. Which is cool, I guess. Oh, it's gonna be really... it's not really that great. Do not let it like... I should not draw it like this. I'm going to flip this though. So it flows up. Let's just let it go down. Off frames. And it's going to flip up again. somewhat like that. Good lord, my Houdini crashed and I didn't save the files. Do you have an autosave? I do. Jesus, I cannot speak. Do it have like any kind of like autosave or not? From what you have said, I think not. Right? Maybe? I don't know. And I also want to ask you guys some questions. So like, I have two main projects that I would like to continue. The first one is going to be some kind of like a continuation, or a lot more like a lore expansion on the Uni project. Or we can go crazy and then do the projects about JDM, like about underground racing with an elf ear. Don't ask me about that. You know, if I don't draw elf ear, I don't think people are going to, you know, like my work. So these are the two main projects. The JDM, the story is going to be quite dramatic. It's not going to be about like, you know, I raise you and I win, you give me the money. It's not going to be about that. It's going to be more of like problems, life problems, like more of like a life coach shit. That's what I'm aiming for. But with like a continuation of my uni project, it's going to be more of like lore dump. Probably some action sequence, but it's mostly about lore, so people can get more. So people could understand more of what I want to say about like my character and stuff. Like the first one is going to focus on story. I mean the first project, and the second one is going to focus more on like the dramatic stuff. It's not going to be like Fast and Furious. I hope so. I have no idea how do you make a story, but like I did not want it to be like Fast and Furious stuff. I want to make something about cars. Like car has been something that I really like, and I wish to be able to work on that someday. Or at least make some models on that. Still have no idea how people would think though. So I would like to ask you guys first. You either have new lore or new story. Okay. Well, Sony in Japan is trying to launch Animate Canvas, been researching and in production for years. Might be used or replaced in Japanese anime industry. What even is that? What is that programs? I have no autosave because autosave and catching will take a lot of GBS, which I don't want. I see. Well, for me as a compositor, I want to try doing different styles of looks on compositing, so different project sounds intriguing to me. Interesting. I do have that thought too. But what I'm afraid of was to like, you know, I made this kind of stuff in uni. You know, elf fighting, flying around, and then for no goddamn reasons, the next project is about cars. It's going to be interesting, I think. Change of pace. I do like your idea though, because I do think that I have never tried to make anything about cars before. I would need a lot more knowledge, like modeling. I think especially modeling, because I don't want to use like a pre-made stuff. I will like, you know, model my own cars and stuff. New type of effects too, because you cannot really use like normal effects that I usually do. You know, like fantasy stuff. Or maybe we can make like more twist. Maybe we can make like a fantasy effect paired with a realistic car. That sounds so bad. Probably need to stylize the car a little bit. Like, but even with initial D, I think there is like a visual effects in, I think. So I think it should work. In theory, it should work. In practice, I have no idea.เมื่อนาไหนคนไทยโฮลิไม่ใช่คนไทย artwork. I need to fix this one. There's like this strand of hair sticking to her face. It's like a super glue. Animate canvas to replace Clip Studio Paint. And oh my god, I cannot read that. Retouch paint? Oh, so it's especially made for anime production, it seems. So a drawing program? Program โปรแกรมอะไรนะครับที่ใช้ว่าอันนี้ Clip Studio ครับ Clip Studio Paint ที่ผมกำลังใช้อยู่นะโยโหสวยมากขอบคุณมากครับผมคุณโทริกลายเป็นชาวต่างชาติมันเป็นต่างดาวเรียบร้อยนะโพลีอินเตอร์เนชั่นแนลนะอาร์ตเวิร์กหลังๆคนไทยนี่เริ่มกรี๊ดแล้วนะไลฟ์หลังๆผมนี่อังกฤษล้วนเลยเว้ยตลกดีนะครับฝึกอังกฤษไปด้วยกันนะทุกคนI might make like a poll on my Twitter just to ask what people would say. We'll see. Because it's going to be really nice if I can at least make some kind of like a crowdfunding. Would be cool. I'm not really sure if Thai people are allowed to make crowdfundings though. I've heard somebody told me that they cannot really do crowdfunding in Thailand. The government won't allow that, which sucks. Shit. Shit, we cannot find the money. How can I fund myself? Yeah, to make an anime standard app for drawing, I think. Jesus. I don't think they can outright replace Clip Studio Paint though. Because Clip Studio Paint has been in the industry for quite some time, isn't it? I don't think they can just outright replace everything. Yeah, unless like it comes with such a cool features, let's say like auto in-betweenings and stuff like that.ผมน่ะรู้สึกชื่นชมผลงานของคุณมากเลยขอบคุณมากครับยินดีที่ได้ยินคำนั้นนะผมก็จะตั้งใจฝึกต่อไปเหลืออีกหลายปีนะต้องฝึกอีกเยอะเลยนะขอบคุณมากครับ But this is the movement is so random. I like it. Randomness, yes. This is what I wanted to see. Shit is moving randomly, so people cannot really tell if it's correct or not. Let's go. มีตุ๊กแกอยู่ข้างๆบ้านผมตุ๊กแก พูดอิงคล่องมากขอบคุณมากครับมีคนคุยแล้วก็ต้องพูดนะทุกคนนะ I think oh right I think I overextend her hairline a little bit she is experiencing hairline how do you say that in English hairline let me think of the word hairline something like it's going backwards what's the word of that my vocabulary is kind of lagging I don't use this word often too so I don't really remember it will take time replacing but when they make it mandatory it's shifting it's mandatory it's like do they force you to switch to this program Jesus it is either you learn or you lose the job unless you are super animators who are valued as fuck like Nosumu Abe, Imai and etc. Jeez, so you're forced to learn it. What? Why? Why would they do it? ผมแบ่งเวลางานกับฝึกภาษาไงผมตื่นเช้ามาผมก็เรียนภาษาผมไม่ค่อยเรียนอย่างอังกฤษผมไม่ค่อยเรียนแล้วมันพอพูดได้แล้วที่ผมเรียนคือภาษาญี่ปุ่นมากกว่าครับผมก็ตื่นมาผมก็ทำการบ้านตอนนี้ผมก็ไปเทคคลาสเล็กๆน้อยๆกับเพื่อนแล้วเนาะคนที่เขาเรียนภาษาจุฬาเขาก็จะมาสอนนะครับ ผมก็ไปเรียนแล้วก็มีการบ้านผมก็ดองเขาไว้นะครับไม่ยอมทำสักที แต่ผมก็ทำมาประมาณแบบหลายเดือนแล้วผมแบบทำงานมหาลัยจบแล้วผมก็ค่อยมาปั่นเนาะน่าตื่นเช้ามาก็สัก2 ชั่วโมงอะครับวันละ2 ชั่วโมงแค่นั้นนะตัวผมเองก็ไม่ได้รู้ด้วยซ้ำนะว่าผมจะได้ใช้ไหมภาษาญี่ปุ่นเนี่ยจะได้ใช้แหละครับแต่ในอนาคตอันอีกยาวไกล It's a bold move, isn't it? Like, do they want to make it monopoly? Like, do they just want to like remove clip video paint from the existence? What's the point of that? By the way, how is the monetizations? Do they use? I'm betting that they probably will use a subscription base. Maybe. I don't know. Or will they release this to like a public artist, or they just only applies to like a studio and stuff? New frames. Wait, what? So the hair moves, goes up. Oh wait, I think I made a mistake here. Yep, it's definitely a mistake. This one needs to be in this motion. I mean, that is if that is if. I'm not sure if it's mandatory though. I hope not. Because of AI is their excuse. Yep, it's always the AI. They want to switch to something, they need to call about AI all the time. Do you guys think AI can replace us as an artist? Will we get cooked in the near future? For me, the problem with AI is I cannot really find the reason that people will care about the content, especially for anime, which most people is like in their 20s and stuff, or even teenagers to watch. If you post like an AI stuff, who's going to watch that? Who is the target audience? Or even if you have target audience, how do you monetize that? Right? It's only one thing that the corporation wants, the goofy, green paper that could buy them a house or something. I don't know. Like, who's the target audience for AI content? It's probably kids, right? Or someone who did not give too much fuck about animations at all. Because I'm struggling to find the reasons a little bit. I mean, I do get it. It's much easier to produce, much more cost effective. Like you get more bang. You get more bang from the buck you have spent. But like the bang that you got, it's doesn't worth anything. And people, when they see the AI, but I'm speaking from a perspective here. When I see AI content, I just scroll away. I mean, I don't hate it, but I just don't find it fun at all. Because once you understand that this doesn't made by a human labor, it doesn't have any value in it. I mean, I do get it. Coding and then like making the actual model is really hard. I do get that. But like the product that AI produces, for me, it doesn't have any value. And also people don't really agree to work either, so I have no idea. คุณโทนี่เรียนที่มชใช่ไหมอยากสอบถามว่าเขาสอนดีไหมได้มีแต่พี่หลายๆคนว่าเนื้อหาที่สอนค่อนข้างน่าเรียนเลยค่อนข้างน่าเรียน Are you sure about that มันก็คงค่อนข้างน่าเรียนนะครับมันน่าเรียนตอนปี2ปี3แล้วมั้งปี1ผมก็ไม่ค่อยแน่ใจแต่ว่าเห็นเขาปรับเปลี่ยนหลักสูตรละรู้สึกว่าจะเรียน intense ขึ้นเนาะถ้าเทียบกับปีผมก็คือปี1มาปุ๊บก็คือจับแอนิเมชันอะไรไปเลยก็ดีครับแต่อาจจะแพงหน่อยนะค่าเทอมสำหรับประสบการณ์ส่วนตัวผมรู้สึกว่าไม่ค่อยคุ้มครับเพราะหลักๆคืออย่างตอนปี4เงี้ยผมส่งงานไปผมไม่ค่อยได้คอมเมนต์อะไรกลับมาเท่าไหร่ก็ไม่ได้ว่าอะไรครับเพราะว่าเข้าใจอาจารย์เขาก็คงยุ่งเหมือนกันรุ่นถัดไปมันสำคัญกว่ารุ่นก่อนหน้านะครับ ลองเลย As long as AI do not have any subconscious and thinking minds like humans, we won't be replaced. All AI does is sampling our styles and looks from existing products. Yeah, looks from existing product is interesting because you're right, because like most of I think if not all of the AIs will have similarities. Like it either looks like anime, like if you want to generate like Jujutsu Kaisen stuff, it's going to look like the first season. It's not going to look like the second seasons at all. It's going to look like the first season. Because I guess it used like a data for the first season only. And the new season and stuff is, since it's not released yet, they do not have any database. So as long as you don't overshow your work, you won't really get replaced because AI cannot really create like completely original stuff. I mean, it's kind of like an enigma, I think. Like you cannot really blame it because that's how we learn as well. So we learn from other people, but we did not directly copy them. Right, we do have our own taste, we do have our own intuitions. Like we want to place our line like this, yara and yara. So like we do have our own taste, but AI doesn't. AI just does it from like what database it has. So I guess that's the main difference. However, I think the only way that it can compete is the speed. The speed of the production, and once it get good enough, I guess even us as an artist cannot really tell the difference between real and AI, because nowadays it's much harder to distinguish between actual footage and AI shit or AI slop. It's getting harder. I guess that's the main problem. It cannot really replace that, yes, but like once it's become good enough, that you cannot distinguish it from the actual stuff, then it becomes a threat, I guess. Also, no live feeling in art. Yeah, it's true. It doesn't feel, when you look at actual animations from like a passionate animators, you're going to feel that, right? I guess this is like the blessings from being a actual human being. You can kind of sympathize with other human beings. Like you can sense the pure passions, the pure fire in the work, the holy of the peak. That's the feeling, I guess. But like when you watch AI, you feel kind of blank. Obviously, you probably feel fun looking at it, but like it doesn't have any lasting effect with you. Because like in human art, it does have a lot of lasting effect. Even One Punch Man leaves a lasting effect, right? The Holy One Frame Man. Even if it's bad, it do have like their impressions sticking to people. But with AI, you cannot really feel that. Like people don't usually talk about it at all. I think that's the main takeaway. At least if we have faith in the humanity, I guess we can still keep our job. I really like this flow now. It's getting better. This is one thing that I like about animations. Like the first few hours of time that you put into the work, it's going to look like ass. But if you keep pushing through and you keep adding more and more and more to it, it's going to be more tolerable and you're going to start liking your work. But the bad thing about that is like the initial part will always have that kind of like nasty feelings. You don't really want to continue working on it, but like for me, I face this problem all the time, and I just like I'm feeling numb, and I just like, yeah, I know, this is the same feelings. I just need to push through. Just stay on this for like 1 or 2 hours, and not 1 or 2 hours, more than 2 hours, and we'll see. If it doesn't look good, then I'm going to ditch the project. But most of the time, I don't really ditch my project. I mean, 2 or 3 years ago, I ditched a lot of my project, and I like abandoned it. Like nowadays, it's so rare that I'm going to like abandon my own project. Even if it doesn't look good, I just finish it anyway. Because I know that finishing it will at least let you know that this is how creating bad work feels like. But the so-called AI artist blokes will somehow find your work, buy it and feed it to the AI and say, create me a movie in this style, but they're absolutely dog shit. And it's true. You cannot really escape it, do you? Probably they won't even buy the work. They're just going to hit save, right? They hit save and then just feed my precious work into AI. And then come back to my post that AI shit in my comment section and then call it, I did a better job than you. I mean, it never happens to me though. I'm just like, make some role plays. Make some like situation up. Like there are some cases with that. I have seen some dramas on that. Which is pure dog shit. I mean, I would say AI is not really in the wrongs. I mean, probably some AI models is straight up stealing other people. But like, I guess the worst thing is not the AI. It's the actual people that is like using the AI, right? Because like you have a lot of usage. Like if you use AI to create your work, who gives a fuck? You can do whatever the hell you want. But like if you use AI to attack other people, then that is when you cross the line. And unfortunately, you cannot really do anything. It's more like a troll. You cannot really like get them to like jail or something. You cannot really do it. Like they're going to hurt your feelings, but like you cannot really do shit about that. That's really sad. Like I hope in social media stuff they have like some kind of like, you know, social credits, shit like that, where you like you do bad stuff, you get penalties for that, which is going to be really hard because it's going to make that platforms not interesting, I guess. It's like a Roblox where you cannot really speak. Like I play Roblox and nowadays I cannot chat because I don't really want to verify my age. Why would you want to take my and even send them my IDs? Why the fuck would I want to do it? It's a fucking game, right? You are a game. You are not a investigator, you know? You don't really have to know my whole full ass name or my house address. Brother, you are a game. What are you doing? And therefore I cannot chat, and it's been a really sad. I used to chat a lot with friends on Roblox and now I can't. This is so sad. Yeah, that's normal. I feel that way too, but one thing it keeps me up is the improvement of people who succeed also experience that way. Yeah. Am I going to release a new course? A new course? What course? I'm not really sure if I mentioned any course. Did I mention any course? I only have Colosso, I think, for now. And I'm going to be honest, I don't earn anything from Colossos anymore. My actual income is in the negative, if you could believe that. Negative income. Do I have to start paying for Colossos now? I have mentioned this like from my previous streams before. I guess I stopped earning from Colossos because they kind of combine like the earnings from the globals and Thai, like Colosso Thai, and you know it has some kind of like a production cost, and the monthly income is way too low. So I am in debt right now. So I gotta pay the debt to Colosso, the non-existing debt. I don't have to pay anything. I just don't earn anything. That's it. I'm back to being jobless again. Fuck. This is so sad. But I do have a plan to make like an online course. Unfortunately, it's not going to be in English. It's going to be in Thai for now. Once I'm a little once I'm more comfortable with like the course, the curriculum, then I might translate that into English and open for English speaker. For now, I'm going to test it on my mother language first. The land of smile. The land of gay, and I cannot really say that, can I? Jesus, I'm sorry. I did not mean that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Land of tomboys and land of Phuket, and the most goofiest capital city name in mankind. bro. Just do course in your own Facebook page or whatever. You can earn all. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, man. Like imagine you earn. It's not a lot. If I'm going to be honest, it's not a lot from Colossus. It's decent, not a lot. But like one day you decided to like localize your course into Thai languages, and once you decided to do that, you are now in debt. Like at first you're doing just fine, right? You earn a steady income, and now you're in debt. And to be honest, the first time that I see a negative income, I was shocked. I was really stressed. I text back to like my manager, like Colossal manager, like how the fuck do I do it? What is going on? And he said, oh, it's completely fine. Once you pay all the fees, then you're going to be able to earn again. So okay, thank you. Jesus, that was scary. But at least people are enjoying the course, so I'm happy for them. It's a little long, a little lengthy, but like I hope that they are having fun, because I had a lot of fun making it. Okay, so far so good. I like the animation so far. A lot of moving stuff. Wee 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 wee. Will we get to see Blue Lock this year? Do you think Blue Lock Season 3 will air this year? Probably at the end of the year? Will we get another peak? Is what I want to know. Because the next arc is going to be really, really cool. Neo-Egoist. Okay. Gotta change this a little bit. Maybe a will delay. I think they're going to release it this year with and add a quality, I think. Or maybe for the hopes and dreams, they probably will delay it to make a better quality. But since it's owned by Bandai, I don't think they're going to care about that. To be honest, I have no idea if it's in productions or not, or if the production got cancelled. I have no idea. How the fuck do I draw this? I'm half dying waiting for the Witch of the Holy Night. From Ufotable, I've been waiting it for years. Oh, it's the animated they mentioned, right? From like their roadmaps, I think. I have no idea what is it about though. Is it from Fate series? Because the art style is kind of resembles Fate. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. It's the stiffest hair strands I've ever seen in my entire life. Hold on. need to push this to this directions real-time sound effects โอเคช่องคนไทยที่ไอคนพูดมันไม่ได้พูดภาษาไทยแต่เสือกตั้งคลิปภาษาไทยนะครับแต่ว่าตั้งไลฟ์พูดภาษาอังกฤษครับงงจังเลยช่องอะไรหรือผมเปิดสอนอังกฤษดีวะอังกฤษ 1.1 ไม่เอาไม่ค่อยอยากสอนภาษาเท่าไหร่ No not fate but from type moon characters are similar what is type moon what do you mean by that clickbait เรียบร้อยclickbait เลยแม่งตั้งชื่อคลิปภาษาไทยเข้าปุ๊บแม่งคนพูดแม่งพูดอังกฤษไอ้น้องเลยคนไทยนั่งเงียบ คนไทยนั่งฟังสงสารเรียบร้อยสวัสดีคนไทยประเทศไทยจงไม่เจริญรวยไม่ไหวแล้วค่าน้ำมันสุดแพงแล้วเดี๋ยวเขาจะขึ้นอีกตอนวันจันทร์นี้มีผลมาครับใช้วันอังคารแล้วพอน้ำมันขึ้นทุกคนคิดไหมครับถ้าสมมติราคามันขึ้นเมื่อไหร่น้ำมันจะกลับมาเต็มเลยผมบอกเลย1,000,000%ผมให้การันตีเลยน้ำมันขึ้นเขาเอากลับมาขายนะครับกำไรช่องโทรีอินเตอร์มันก็ต้องเติบโตทุกคนเราศิลปินไส้แห้งในประเทศตัวเองอย่างเงี้ยเราก็ต้องออกนอกเกาะบ้านเราไม่ใช่เกาะนี่หว่าออกนอกประเทศเดินขึ้นไปหาอเมริกาอย่างนั้นTaibo is the original source of Fate series and the Maho Tsukai no Yoru is a company is a company I have no idea about that. And to be honest, I'm a little confused. But it's okay, you don't really have to explain more. I'm going to do my own research, it's okay. So what is the story about? Like the Holy Night thing. I mean, I really like the compositing style though. It looks like it has more details with that. It looks really cool. The hair is gonna flow like this. Wee! Wee! Working with Tori Working with Inter การแล้วเดี๋ยวถ้าเกิดผมพูดญี่ปุ่นได้นะครับในอีกไม่กี่ปีเนี่ยถ้าผมพูดญี่ปุ่นได้ก็จะเริ่มนะแม่งกูพูด3ภาษาในช่องเดียวไอ้สัสเสียดายบอกว่าตอนเด็กผมไม่ได้ฝึกญี่ปุ่นมาด้วย ตอนเด็กๆเราจะเป็นช่วงที่เราเรียนภาษาได้ไวที่สุดน่าเสียดายที่ในหนึ่งในภาษานั้นไม่ใช่ญี่ปุ่น Wait, so are they going to delay the Demon Slayer? Or they have a lot of like team working on like a lot of projects? It's a little bold move for me, in my opinion, for them to kind of like switch to working on like other anime, considering how well the Demon Slayer is going. I guess the team wants to like switch up a little bit. Or it's probably the contract thing, I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, frame left. Let's go. Guess for tonight we could only finish this one. It's not even finish. It's more like sketch this one out. In 1980s Japan, high school manga. Jesus, I cannot read. High school mage Aoko and a stoic witch Alice live secretly in Hilltop Mansion. Their hidden world is disrupted when Sojuro, a naive boy from the mountains, witness their magic. Instead of silencing him, they begin an uneasy coexistence while defending their territory from rivals. They have that, Demon Slayer and Genshin at the same time. Ah, I see. Interesting premise. So it's going to be set in a mansion, it seems. So I guess that's why the trailer features a lot of mansion stuff. It's not a lot, like some of the scene is mansion. But what I really like about that was I think it was a compositing style. Like I couldn't explain, but like it's, you know, it looks even more high quality than Demon Slayer for some reason. Like the shading and the overall texture, it's much better. I have no idea how they do it though. Such an enigma. พ่อผมพยายามสอนญี่ปุ่นตอนเด็กแต่ผมไม่ยอมเรียน big regret เรียบร้อยรับกรรมไปซะตอนเด็กเอาจริงเราไม่รู้หรอกครับถูกปะล่ะผมก็พูดไปงั้นแหละจริงเราจะไปรู้ได้ไงตอนเด็กหรือว่าคุณเกิดมาจากท้องแม่คุณรู้เลยว่าฉันอยากเป็น illustrator ที่แข็งแกร่งที่สุดในปัตตภีอย่างนั้นแล้วการจะเป็น illustrator ที่แข็งแกร่งที่สุดก็ต้องมีภาษาที่แข็งแกร่งที่สุดเช่นกันคือผมสังเกตแล้วว่าคือถ้าคุณอยากเก่งอ่ะคุณเก่งแค่วาดรูปอย่างไม่ได้เว้ยคุณต้องเก่งภาษาด้วยไอ้สัตว์เป็นความจริงนะภาษาคุณต้องได้ถ้าคุณไม่ได้ภาษาคุณก็ไม่ถือว่าเป็นเก่งที่สุดอ่ะเพราะก็จะมีคนอื่นที่เขาวาดรูปได้แล้วก็ได้ภาษาเหมือนกันอย่างนั้นนะโลกมันอยู่ยากสังคมมันเหลี่ยมนะคมมันโลบล็อกเลยทุกคนต้องเข้าใจนะภาษามันกลายเป็นสกิลที่สำคัญมากนะครับตอนนี้ถึงแม้เราจะใช้ AI ใช้ translate ได้แต่ว่าถ้าเรานั่งทำงานจริงๆเราไม่ได้ใช้ AI คุยนี่ถูกป่ะศาสตร์ของความเป็นคนนะ I think they are working at the same time. That's why they are mass hiring people for every roles. They're mass hiring. I did not know that. It seems like they want to expand their employees, I think. Do they hire from overseas? Or are most of them are Japanese?ผมอยากให้คลิปสตูดิโอมีลงสีออโต้เซลทุกเฟรมให้มากเลยผมก็อยากให้มีเหมือนกันครับ แต่นั่นคือความฝันที่ไกลเกินไปครับอาจจะต้องรอคลิปสตูดิโอเวอร์ชัน20ครับเขาถึงจะให้มาเพราะมันก็เวอร์ชัน5แล้วมันก็จะไม่มีออโต้แอคชั่นเฮี้ยนี้สักทีนะจริงๆมันก็มีแหละแต่ว่าคุณต้องลงไปก่อนคุณต้องอย่างไงคุณต้องทำไกด์สีไปเองก่อนแล้วมันถึงจะมีแบบจับสีนี้เขาก็จะลงสีนั้นให้อัตโนมัติมันมีครับออโต้แอคชั่นผมจำได้อยู่ว่าพี่ในบอเขาใช้กันมันเร็วกว่าแต่แบบสุดท้ายคุณก็ต้องมานั่งลงไกด์สีเองซึ่งผมก็มองว่าถ้าต้องลงไกด์สีเองไม่ก็ลงสีเองมันก็ไม่ได้ต่างกันYeah, I like the compositing of that. It has the same style as The Garden of Sinners, but better. True. It has more details, not more materials, more texture. It looks more like an actual illustrations to me, like a moving illustrations. It looks really cool. I wonder who did that. It's probably Terao, I think. But apart from Terao, I actually have no idea who are the other compositor in the studio. And I have no idea like how do I at least get some info about them or watch their work. Like I have no intel on that whatsoever. Like the only person I know is Terao Sang. I forgot the Sang, I'm sorry. Come on. It's only 4 frames left. Come on. Choo. Goo. Do boo. Fuck. This shit is so tiring. I'm going to guess how much how much likes I'm going to get for this project. I don't know. I have no idea. Because each time that I want to predict my work, it goes different ways. Like if I predict that this work is going to do really, really well on X, it's going to perform like trash. Meanwhile, the work that I don't really have any expectations, it's going to do really well. For some unknown reasons. I have no idea. Such an enigma. I love Twitter so much. Like, you cannot really predict anything. Like, the only thing that I control is the quality of the work, but like, the reception is something that I don't really know. I hope this one is going to do well. I hope. I have no idea. They do hire foreigners. With the requirements of N1 and no remote working, have to work at the studio basically as an employee, not a freelancer. I think that decided by the Hikaru Kondo. Oh, it's a producer. Hirao is the director of compositing and finishing looks. Yeah. That's what I read too. Like, that's what I'm saying. Apart from Terao-san, I have no idea who else is working with him in the studio as a compositor. Three frames left. I can spare some frames for One Punch Man too. Get some frames. You can take it. Because I don't really want it. It's way too much. I am too lazy to finish all of this. I'm pretty sure of that. It's probably going to take more than 1 week. This shit is going to take like 2 weeks to complete. Or if I just marathon this, probably 1. It's going to be hard. Considering how much frame it is. Unless I do it in like Kakenashi, which I typically don't do, and I don't think people are going to like it. I won't do it. We are almost done. I hope. Hikaru is not a producer. I mean, he is, but he is the boss of Ufotable. Oh yeah, he's the director of Ufotable. Not the director of Ufotable. What am I saying? Like, yeah, I do understand what you're meaning. Like, isn't it weird for you that the only names that you ever heard from Ufotable are these big people in the studio, right? I mean, I do understand they deserve the role. They have been in the studio since before I was born. I think the studio was founded the year I was born. 2023, I think. It's like, I'm pretty much the same age at the studio now. But like, apart from them, I never heard of like other people in the team at all. And I cannot really find any contacts on Twitter or any social media platform. I have no idea about their policies about social media and stuff. No clue. Which is a little... It's a little strange, like, because I'm probably because I'm comparing it to like Mappa, where there are a lot of freelancers and stuff. And they do openly admit that they, not admit, like, they do openly tell you that they're working with Mappa and stuff. But for Ufotable, you don't really heard it. It's like Kyoto Animations. Like, you don't really heard of like other people, not the big names, like the, maybe some random employees. You don't really heard about them. Which is strange for me. Because it suggests to me that there are some kind of like policies where it prevents you from posting this kind of stuff on social media at all. It seems to be like that. So like it's slowly turning into a sideways, or side profiles, I mean. So I'm going to hide this hair more. Well, probably because their employees do not use SNS. I mean, they might, but not officially. Yeah, it seems to be like that. But is it even possible in this day and age? It's probably because like their age, I think. Because it's probably a lot of veterans in the industry, not in their studio. But for us, I do have a, well, you know, we do have a belief of like we need to post the work on SNS to be able to get hired. I guess for them it's more like a mutual connections, I think. Like an actual human connections. Not like on the SNS or social media. Which I think it's a really, really nice way. I wish to have that kind of like connections. It's really hard for me, at least, to get that kind of like real human connections. I probably need to touch some grass, Jesus Christ. But like, because the studio that I'm working with, it's also online. So I did not have any experience working in like an actual studio environment. Like where you need to commute to the studio and stuff. I never worked on that before. I wish to be able to do that. Probably not now. Maybe in the future. And some policies from the companies perhaps. I know a lot of people under Ufotable. Just can't find them on SNS. I see. Yeah, it seems to be a policy. Or maybe an NDA, I think. They're probably really strict with that, it seems. Or either they don't really mind with SNS posting stuff. I have no clue. I wish to have some clue. Because like I really want to work in Ufotable. I mean, obviously I need to work a lot, tons and tons of effort into language, but like in the meantime I really wish to know about like their culture in the studio too, so I can at least kind of prepare myself a little bit. Come to Japan as a tourist. Request to stroll around companies. Jesus, you make it sound way too easy, man. I don't think I have that kind of like, you know, privilege to do that, but I guess I will try. Might get lucky and allow you to have a look and talk to the composers. Yeah, that's what I said. I don't think I'm going to be that lucky. Well, probably if I show them my work, then I might get a little lucky, but like, obviously, if I cannot speak Japanese, it's going to be a little problematic, even if I know someone in the studio. I guess the only choice is to go to Japan, isn't it? Or work on with other studio, probably. I don't really want to, like, I really want to try with Ufotable. Like, I've seen some pictures in the studio. It looks so good, you know. I'm talking about the environment there. I've also read about like their shift time, and I'm going to be honest, I will never work there during the day because it's going to be so bright. I'm probably going to like, if let's say if I got hired, which is going to be really rare, but I'm just saying, like if I got hired, the time I'm going to go work is probably during the night. I'm not really sure if you would do it too, but for me, I'm going to go in the night shift, and just work there. For me, I like more night aesthetic more. Yeah. Like I feel more calm compared to the day. Okay. I mean, I like Ufotable and I want to work at Ufotable too, but I also like KyoAni. I am at a loss, bro. Try rock, paper, scissors. And you will know. The destiny will guide you. That's a load of shit. There's no destiny in real life. At least I don't think so. Like, you need to work for it. You need to work towards it. You don't randomly get selected by Ufotable, right? You gotta work your ass off to be able to at least get some recognitions. I need to level up my language much more. We'll see. We'll see what I can do. I hope I can at least gain some, at least entry in the next 2 years, I hope. It's either that or I completely gave up. And just find another job, I guess. Would be a bad ending, but like, it's more reasonable for me. But yeah, you need to try first. I'm willing to try, but like if it's a little out of the possibilities, and I already saw that I have no potential in this, I'm just gonna straight up quit. And I'm going to do something else. We'll see what I can do. But I wish to work there first. To be honest, I don't really want any fame or anything. Don't really mind that. The only reason that I want to work at Uportables is I guess that what I like to do, I'm going to be able to do it there. That's pretty much it. Like, I like compositing, I like to do that kind of stuff. I guess if I join Ufotable, I'm going to be able to unleash all of those creativity or all those passions with the work. I'm pretty sure that you don't really get paid well. I'm not really sure, I cannot speak for that. Like, the only thing that I want is, like, for someone to, like, you know, actually care about what I'm doing. Because it's really hard to find that kind of stuff in my current environment, that is. Because mostly I just work on with myself, no guidance whatsoever. Getting a little yawny here. Like, for me, I don't really like working in the morning because it's hot. In Thailand, it's really fucking hot. I hate it. Probably this probably applies to Japan too, I think. Randomly getting selected by Ufotable is equivalent to winning $1 million lottery. Yeah, it's true. I think the best shot is to at least reach out to them, not like waiting for them to like select you. That's really hard. Yeah, true. We'll see. In the next 2 years, we'll have to see. Because for me, I either get it or I completely gave up and find other possible ways. That's pretty much it. This hair is way too long. Okay.เกิดเป็นคนไทยหัวใจกล้าแกร่งมากูไม่รู้เพลงกูร้องมาแล้วแหละมีใครอยากไป Ufotable ไหมทุกคนสตูดิโอชั้นนำแนะนำแล้ว Is the hair getting longer? It seems to be getting... Yep, it's definitely getting longer. Yes. The problem of drawing or animating straight ahead with no planning. Part just get randomly stretched. Because you don't really have any plan. So like... you don't know the size, the scale and stuff, so shit's going to get wacky. How about you do 2 streams a week? One for this Animate and Talk, and one for learning Japanese. I'm thinking about that too. You know, force myself to learn. That sounds really good. Maybe you would do like a Japanese streams on Friday, where I just watch some YouTubes about Japanese stuff and I just do some notes. That should help me a little bit. Also, it would help people in the streams learn. Sounds cool. Ah, yes, it's completely threshing. The threshing technique. Haven't used it since Heian era. The stretch is like the hand is like a Luffy's hand. The hair is now a Luffy's hand. Yum yum yum. Gear 5. I'm so lazy to draw these remaining 2 frames, man. I'm going to be honest here, man. So tiring. Just gonna draw these 2 strands. I'll just get my motivations up. Let's see. Okay. I don't really like how it just moves in unison. Yeah, it definitely moves in unison now. Which I don't really like it. Because it's going to be really stiff. Real hair doesn't behave like that. At least when this one's dropped. This one's gonna be like almost flip. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Whee! Whee! Since we have a lot of frames, I think we can do some kind of like effects. I plan to make some kind of like I mean the hand here is gonna be like effect stuff, like what we do last week, what we did last week. And then when she moved it down, it's going to have some kind of like a trail effects. Since we have a lot of frames, I think we can do that. And the eye's gonna be glowing blue, hair switching and flowing around. I think it's going to work. You know, this hair should be on the right side, not right, left side. So it flips to the other side. Okay. Boop, boop. And then this one falls down. Hair falls down. Or should it flows up? Hold on. It definitely should flows up, yeah. And then this and then just cutคุณจะคิดยังไงกับเรื่อง AI เหรอครับคุณทำงานสายนี้จะตกงานไหมตกงานไหมผมคิดว่าไม่นะเพราะสุดท้ายแล้วคนที่มาจ้างเราก็คือคนที่ชอบงานศิลปะครับผมคิดว่ามันจะตกงานแน่ๆก็คือถ้างานเราคุณภาพไม่ถึงอันนั้นจะตกแน่ครับไม่ว่าจะมีหรือไม่มี AI ก็ตามหรือถึงแม้จะมี AI แล้วคนที่เขามาจ้างเราส่วนมากอย่างลูกค้าผมเองครับส่วนมากก็คือ VTuber นะแล้วเขามาจ้างก็เพราะว่าเขาอยากได้งานเอาไปโปรโมทอย่างเงี้ยครับแล้วตัวเขาเองเขาไม่สามารถใช้ AI ได้ไม่งั้นคนติดตามเขาก็มีปัญหาถูกปะล่ะแล้วผมคิดว่ายังไม่น่าจะโดนแย่งหนักขนาดนั้นครับไอ้ที่น่าจะโดนก็คงจะเป็นแบบพวกงานที่มันแบบ labor intensive ไปพวกอะไรก็ตามที่แม่งต้องทำซ้ำๆเดิมๆงานอุตสาหกรรมอย่างนั้นนะครับอันนั้นมีสิทธิ์แล้วเป็นงานคราฟอะไรเงี้ยงานทำเองหรืองานที่เราทำด้วยตัวคนเดียวอย่างเงี้ยไม่น่าครับเพราะว่ามันมีคุณค่าของมันเราดูงาน AI เราจำได้สักงานไหมนะครับว่าเราดูอันไหนไปแล้วนอกจากไอ้ตูซาหัวเฮียหาอะไรนั่นนะงาน AI ส่วนมากมันไม่ค่อยมี identity ครับใช่ไหมมันค่อนข้างที่จะแบบจืดไปดูน่าเบื่อ Alright good night man see you see you next week good luckโดยส่วนมาก AI มันจะเทรนจากของเก่าถูกปะล่ะฉะนั้นของเก่าๆอย่างเงี้ยครับมันเป็นแอสเธติกเก่าฉะนั้นมันก็จะตกเทรนไปเรื่อยๆหรืออย่างน้อยครับช่วงนี้ถึงแม้ AI มันจะมากระแสมันก็ไม่ค่อยได้ดีหรอกครับคนส่วนมากก็ไม่ได้ชื่นชอบ AI ขนาดนั้นใช่ไหมอาจจะในอนาคตก็ต้องรอดูเพราะผมคิดว่าปัญหาหลักของ AI คือถ้ามันดีพอจนเราไม่สามารถแยกได้ครับระหว่างความจริงหรือว่าคลิป AI อันนี้คือปัญหาละถูกปะล่ะเพราะอย่าง AI บางตัวก็น่ากลัวนะเพราะว่าแบบแม่งกูแยกไม่ออกเลยสัตว์แม่งเหมือนจริงที่ไหนแต่ถ้าเป็นศาสตร์การ์ตูนอย่างเงี้ยอันนี้ยากครับศาสตร์การ์ตูนยังไงก็ยังดูออกอยู่ดีมันจะแบบละเอียดเบอร์เกินเบอร์มันจะดีเกินไปมันจะเป็นงานที่แบบแทบไม่มีที่ติไร้ที่ติของความเป็นคนเวลาเป็นคนมันจะมีerror human error อยู่ใช่ไหมAI มันก็มี human AI มันก็มี error ของมันแหละครับแต่มันจะจับยากขึ้นเรื่อยๆถึงจุดหนึ่งถ้ามันเก่งพอมันก็คงจะแทบไม่เห็น error เลยแต่ว่างานมันจะไม่มีเสน่ห์ครับงานมันสวยแต่ไม่มีเสน่ห์ดังนั้นดีที่สุดตอนนี้ก็คือ build ตัวเองครับค่อยๆสร้างเนื้อสร้างตัวA1 A2 ใน Canvas นี่ใช่ที่เรียกว่า key frame ใช่ไหมคะใช่ครับวงกลมก็คือ key frame เนาะนี่ผมวางไว้เฉยๆไอ้ที่เหลือคือ in B หมดเลยจริงๆก็ไม่เชิง in B หรอกนี่ผมเขียนไม่ถูกเลยนะเขียนไม่ถูกอ๋อถูกแล้วหรือเปล่าอ๋อใช่ถูกแล้วนะครับเห็นปะเนี่ยอันนี้ A1 A2 แล้วตรงกลางก็คือ in B แต่ in B ผมแค่ไม่ได้เขียนเฉยเนี่ย in B ตรงกลางผมไม่ได้เขียนเฉยผมแค่จะมาร์กเอาไว้ว่าตรงไหนคือ key frame ผมมันจะวาด key frame ก่อนพอวาด key frame เสร็จปุ๊บก็ปล่อยไปตรง in B ต่อคือปล่อยเฟรมตรงกลางแค่นั้นนะนี่ก็เขียนมาร์กไว้ให้ตัวเองเข้าใจเพราะว่าพอเฟรมมันเยอะมันงงครับว่าอันไหนแม่ง key อันไหนแม่ง in B อย่างนั้นอันไหนกูควรวาดก่อนอันไหนกูควรวาดทีหลังประมาณนั้นแต่ถ้าเป็นงานส่วนตัวของนี่ผมจะไม่ได้เขียนละเอียดมากครับไม่มีความจำเป็นเพราะเราจำงานตัวเองได้เนาะนอกจากว่าเราจะหลงที่ลืมอะไรกันนะถ้า ถ้า AI มันถึงระดับนั้นผมคิดว่ามันคงขึ้นอยู่กับผู้ผลิตแล้วแหละครับว่าจะเซฟคอสหรือว่าจะใช้จิตวิญญาณผมคิดว่าคนส่วนมากเซฟคอสทั้งหมดนั่นแหละครับแต่คุณน่ะหนีความเป็นจริงของมนุษย์ไม่ได้ว่ามนุษย์มันชอบเสพอะไรที่มันเป็นศิลป์มันชอบเสพอะไรที่มันทำมาจากคนนะครับถูกปะล่ะในช่วงนี้คุณจะเห็นว่ามันมี AI ของแบบไอตัวเฮียอะไรวะไอฮองไกอ่ะ AI นั่นน่ะที่มันอยู่ในเฟซเต็มไปหมดเลยที่มันเป็นฮองไกตัวจีบีอ่ะเต็มไปหมดอ่ะมันก็จะมีช่วงนั้นครับแต่มันมาเป็นช่วงอ่ะคุณต้องเก็ตไอเดียแล้วคลิปพวกนี้ครับเอาจริงๆแล้วว่ามันใช้เวลาสร้างนานนะมันไม่ได้ทำแป๊บๆเสร็จนะใช้เวลาเจเนเรตนานแล้วก็ใช้คอสด้วยนะครับแต่แน่นอนว่าสุดท้ายถึงจุดหนึ่ง AI มันก็จะถึงขั้นที่สุดท้ายวงการต้องเปลี่ยนมันจะเป็นอย่างนั้นนะครับเราก็สิ่งเราทำก็คือเปลี่ยนตามวงการแค่นั้นนะครับอย่างเราสมัยนี้เราก็ใช้พวกดิจิตอลทูอะไรพวกนี้เนาะสมัยก่อนไม่ได้เป็นอย่างนี้นี่เนาะใช่ไหมเราก็แค่เปลี่ยนนะครับแล้วเราก็ยังอยู่ได้ใช่ไหมงานนี้เดี๋ยวเราก็อยู่ได้เหมือนกันนั่นแหละเราเป็นศิลปินเราก็ต้องหาวิธีใช้งานแม่งครับเพราะถึงจุดหนึ่งเกือบทุกโปรแกรมมันก็จะบังคับใส่ AI กันไปหมดนะครับเพราะว่ามันเป็นเทรนด์เพราะอะไรที่มันเป็นเทรนด์มันขายได้มันเป็นเรื่องธุรกิจครับของพวกนี้ธุรกิจหมดเลยธุรกิจทั้งเพย์นะของพวกนี้ไอ้เฟรมสุดท้ายนี้ยืดเฟรมนี้ยืดไปหน่อยผมยืดผมแม่งเป็นผลกำมุไอ้เหี้ยลูฟี่เกียร์5ข้อเสียของการวาด straight ahead คือแบบพวกของนี้มันจะ deform ครับเราต้องมาแก้หน่อยข้อดีคือเราจะได้ movement ที่มันสมจริงมากขึ้นนะตรงนี้ก็ต้องแก้หน่อยผมเจออะไรผมก็ค่อยแก่ไปอย่างเงี้ยแก่ใหม่วิเฟรมนี้มันค้างหนักไปเนี่ยก็แก้กี้ก็คือพยายามทำให้ movement มันโลใกล้เคียงกับความเป็นจริงมากที่สุดนะครับไม่ต้องใกล้เคียงก็ได้จริงก็แค่แบบเราไม่ย้ำเฟรมเราแบบว่าเราวาดใหม่มาทุกเฟรมอย่างนั้นแหละเราไม่ก๊อปวางก็ได้นะแต่ว่าเราต้องเข้าใจก่อนว่าแบบไอ้พวกการขยับของแบบผมพวกนี้มันขยับยังไงอะไรยังไงก็ต้องมีสกิล drawing นิดหน่อยนะไม่นิดแต่เยอะอยู่นะเปลี่ยนด้านนี้แล้วกันผมถนัดวาดฝั่งนี้มากกว่าผมถนัดขวาส่วนในผมปอยนี้ก็ย้ายมาเกือบด้านหน้าได้เลยเพราะว่าหน้าตอนนี้ก็คือหันข้างละ ปอยฝั่งหน้าต้องไม่ต่อนะมันต้องไม่มีอะไรต่อมันจะเป็นอย่างนี้แล้วเพราะมันจะมีผมตรงนี้มาอีกหน่อยโอเคปุ๊บโอ้ได้แค่นี้เหรอวะเนี่ยกี่ชั่วโมงวะ2 ชั่วโมงครึ่ง Jesus Hi hello good morning good day how is your day a little confusing okay wait what จบแค่3แล้วกันMy last post about X on X incredible. Thank you, man. I need to post that on YouTube as well. I'll do it tomorrow, or at least tomorrow on my time. When I wake, I'm going to post that. It's going to be on Saturday. Thank you, man. This is actually what I'm working on next after the thing that you saw on my Twitter. So this one. Whee! So new stuff. Yep. Let me crack my knuckle. There we go. Now we have some fluids animation. Not actually fluid, like a hair movement animation. I still need to add this behind part of her hair though. I'll do it maybe after the stream. I'm not going to do it on stream because it's going to be way too long. The stream is already 2 hours. Almost 3. And the next cut is this one. I did some like slow motion stuff here. It's kind of like whee, naked go. I'm not going to like do it like this. It's like this is more like just a model. I'm going to add a clothing and stuff later on. X destroys the quality. Yeah, or unless I paid for like that blue thingy, then the quality won't get compressed. So I guess I'm going to post on YouTube. Yeah. I'm going to let's see it without the backgrounds. Let's see how it looks. And also with the bar, so we can only see the part that we can see in the final comp. Cool. This piece is going to be nice, I think. If I don't fumble, that is. I hope not. We spent too long working on this, so I would need to like locked in. The 3D is used really well, so cool. Thank you. I actually have a full render here. Let me show you before we end the stream. Here's the full render. So like this scene is going to have like some kind of like a waterfall effects. I did all of them in Blender. Please don't mind this A post guy. It's just for a reference for the scale. But yeah. So the look I'm planning for this work is kind of like a affordable backgrounds. It's not the same obviously, but like I try to push that out. I decided to use like this water to make I decided to make it like a 2D water plane, and I will add some more particles during compositing. I still have no idea how would I approach this though. We'll see. But yeah, unfortunately, this is going to be the end of the stream. I won't do anything else for tonight. I need to, yeah, draw some more. But that's going to be for later. Goated backgrounds. Thank you. Appreciate that. Right. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to end the stream now. I'm sorry. I just saw you join the stream and then I end the stream immediately. I'm really sorry. โอเคครับก็ไปละหนีดีกว่าทุกคนนี่เราก็อนิเมตเสร็จแล้วนะครับผมมากมายเต็มไปหมดนะผมชอบพาร์ทแรกมากกว่าพาร์ทสองพาร์ทสองมาดูแข็งๆเนาะพูดไม่ถูกแบบไอกระตุกไอตรงเนี้ยมันหลุมตรงนี้อันนี้มันหลุมมันเป็นหลุมหนักไปเดี๋ยวผมเฟรมนี้ต้องเลื่อนขึ้นมาซะหน่อยมันเหมือนตัวละครกูเดินแล้วก็ตกหลุมอย่างนั้นอะแบบเดินไม่ดูทางอย่างนั้นแล้วก็ตกหลุมไปเลยเรียบร้อยไปดีกว่าไปละบายเจอกันนะทุกคนนอนละ Good night bye bye see you next week I usually stream on my Saturday so if you want to join you can check it out for next week too bye ไปละ see you ฝันดีจ้ะ bye